What's going on, everybody? I'm Primal Liquid, bringing you guys another guide for Crisis Core Reunion. And in this video, I'm going to show you from start to finish how to achieve the most optimal magic pot farm there is. Now, one of the first things you are going to need to do is first get to the start of Chapter 2. Once you're at the start of Chapter 2, you'll automatically be taken to the fountain area. Simply head to the Loveless Avenue, and then on the right-hand side of the area, there is a Shinra Captain. Speak to him, and you will unlock Mission 1-2-1. For now, that is all we are going to need to do here. So, let's go back to Shinra HQ, because we need to unlock another set of missions. So, let's just jump there, shall we? Okay, we're back at Shinra HQ, and one of the things I will mention is this lovely lady here is basically a researcher, and she will give you a special potion, which acts as a Phoenix Down. It will fully heal you, and it will also give you re-raise. Strongly suggest getting that, because it will make some of the next upcoming missions just all the more comfy and easier. Also, anytime you want to do a big bunch of missions, just speak to her, and if you die and lose re-raise, that is perfectly fine. Speak to her again, and you will get another one. Now, let's go all the way back up to the Soldier Floor HQ. Okay, now that we're back on Soldier Floor, obviously at the very start of Chapter 2, you will have a small cutscene here where you have to go to the briefing room. We're going to completely ignore that, and instead, we're first going to go to the Materia room. We need to speak to a researcher inside this room to unlock the mission chain 8-2. This is also going to give us poison and gravity materia, which we will need in order to do some of the stages. So now that we have the mission unlocked, it is time to actually go and begin the missions. And this is where things get a little, not quite confusing, but a little problematic. What I would strongly suggest doing is, first and foremost, no matter what, do not do mission 811. If you do that, you will add Ifrit to the DMW, and that will massively lower your chances of getting a magic pot on the DMW. So again, do not do 811 until after you have farmed your magic pot. So, all we need to do now is go through the missions, okay? And all we need to do at first is start on mission 8-1. We're going to go all the way through until 8-5, and then we can go back to the materia room and get a bunch of materia. So I'm going to really quickly do that. Okay, so I've just cleared mission 8-5, so now what we're going to do is we are going to go back to the research room, and we're going to speak to the scientist again to get a bunch of materia. Most notably, the one that we are going to get is the gravity materia. Also, fun little fact, you don't need to watch the whole creation process or anything like that. You can just skip that by clicking no way, you will still get the materia. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is I strongly suggest equipping the curse ring while you do all these missions. The main reason for that is the curse ring, it gives you curse at the very start of a battle. And by having curse, it means your DMW will not spin. The reason why that's a good thing is when it comes to farming magic pot, the lower level you are, the better it is going to be. However, having a low level is not, super important. It just helps speed up the process a little bit. Because by having a low level, you are more likely to level up, which means you are more likely to land on face cards on the DMW, and in turn, increasing your chances of getting magic pot. However, once again, it is still RNG, okay? That means you can get 10 magic pots in 10 minutes, or you can go 10 hours without getting a single one. This is just about the most optimal chance to trigger it, okay? So, now that we've got our gravity material, once we speak to the researcher one more time, we need to go ahead and complete one more stage, okay? We need to complete mission 8-6 now. What I would suggest, though, is just throw on your gravity materia. I'm just going to take Cure off because, there's no real point. So I'm going to take Cure off, and I'm also going to take Fire off as well, simply for Poison. Poison and Gravity are the most broken combos early on in Crisis Core, and will allow you to get through a bunch of missions much earlier than you really should do. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go for the fire materia, which is also needed to unlock Magic Pot. In order to get that, we're going to go to mission 826, because fire is in one of the treasure chests on this stage. It is going to be in the first one, so we're just going to run through the stage and quickly pick that up. The chest is right there. Also, just remember, you can run around the edges of the arena without looking in, and that will also give you, a little bit of extra speed, simply due to the fact you will be avoiding random encounters. So, all we have to do now is finish off the stage. I'm not going to fight this, I'm just going to flee. There's not really much point in actually fighting them. And now, once we actually do this... Oops, wrong way. Once we actually do this mission, we can then move on to the next set. So let's jump over there, shall we? So, the next set of missions we are going to do is going to be from the mission 6 path, and it is going to be 6-1. All we need to do now is get to mission 615. So once again, we're going to skip straight ahead to that mission. Okay, the next important mission that we're going to be doing is 613. The main reason this one's important is the reward for this mission is actually a jump materia, which we are also going to need to unlock Tonberry. However, we are now coming up to the point where we can actually do that. We just need to complete mission 614 and 615, and then we can actually start working on getting Magic Pot. Now, once you've unlocked mission 615, we're going to go into this mission. However, we are not going to run straight to the final boss of it. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to run up to the end of the first corridor. There's going to be a fire materia in the treasure chest just on the right. And then we are going to run up to the right where we can find a Tonberry. Now, if you're going to struggle with this fight, I suggest using gravity materia just to really get his health down quite quickly, just so you're not here for ages. I will say though, be careful of his kitchen knife attack. It does do quite a lot of damage. Now, once you've spammed gravity quite a bit, then you can just use normal magic, or you can run up behind him and land some critical hits. That one's entirely up to you though. So I'm just going to finish Tonberry off. Okay, now that we've finished Tonberry, that is going to allow us to unlock mission 10-1 once we complete this stage, which is going to be how we get Magic Pot. So now simply finish the mission off and then go to stage 10-1. Okay, so we have mission 10-2 now. So all we're going to do is we're going to very quickly clear mission 10-1, making our way to mission 10-3. At the end of each of these stages, there'll simply be a bunch of Tonberries that you need to kill. Once again though, just go and spam gravity magic to have an easier time with this. Okay, we've just unlocked mission 10-3. So now we have to change our equipment around a little bit. We need to throw jump on, we need fire, gravity, and then last but not least, we also need assault twister. We have to hit these 4 abilities on Magic Pot in order to unlock it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to mission 10-3 now. And we're just going to keep running into different battles until we eventually get into a fight with Tonberry. Sorry, not Tonberry, with Magic Pot. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go up here towards the right for 2 reasons. Firstly, there's a section all the way at the end of this pathway where it's not too difficult to rapidly chain battles together, but also because this is where we actually want to do our farm with Magic Pot. You see, if we complete this stage, then we get Tonberry, which will also lower our chances to get Magic Pot on the DMW by 75%. So all of our Magic Pot farming now needs to be done on this stage. So all we're going to do is we're going to run back and forth constantly between these 2 areas until Magic Pot spawns. Once Magic Pot spawns, we'll use the 4 abilities on him that he asks for, and that will unlock him in the DMW, and then we can start our actual item grind. So for now, let's just skip ahead to when I get Magic Pot, shall we? Okay, and right here we have Magic Pot. So now we just need to wait for him to ask us to use the abilities, like just there, he asked us to use Jump. So now we're going to use the 4 abilities in the order that he requires, which is Jump, Fire, then it'll be Gravity, and last but not least, it will be Assault Twister. Upon using all 4 abilities, Magic Pot becomes happy and he will run away. If this is your first time ever doing Magic Pot, you'll get Magic Pot Tricks obtained, which then gives you Magic Pot to the DMW. Now what we're going to do is we need to get this area right here. Okay, we need a new fight in this area. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to very quickly just run down here to trigger another fight, and it was Magic Pot. So you know what? Let's just do him again, because if you do Magic Pot multiple times in the same stage, you will actually get extra rewards as well. So even though we just had him on the DMW, we might as well do him right now as well, just for the extra item, because why not? So he's going to be happy, he's going to run away again, and he's going to give us a new item. And there we go, we got the Feather Cap. Now the Feather Cap, if you don't know, is actually a pretty decent piece of equipment. So what the Feather Cap does is it allows you to parameter break by up to 3 times. So normally you can only get double HP, MP, and AP with your break status. With Feather Cap, you can have up to triple. So what we're going to do now that I have DMW unlocked for Magic Pot is I'm going to take the Cursed Ring off. Okay, we're just going to take that off. And the reason being for that is now we want the DMW to spin. I'm also just going to leave the materia the same, it doesn't matter. Now if we check the DMW, I only have Magic Pot, Seng, Angeal, and Sephiroth. The more summons you have on the DMW, the more summons you have unlocked, the worse this strategy is going to be for you, okay? The slower it is going to be. Likewise, the more characters you have also means the slower it will be. So, all we're going to do now is we're just going to get into a random fight against Tomberries. We're going to kill one of them off, okay? We're just going to completely kill one of them off. I'm out of MP though, unfortunately. So, we're just going to murder one, and there we go. Magic Pot. First go, just like that. So now we're just going to use Magic Pot, Item Mugger level 3. Item Mugger level 3 means we have the chance of getting a Shinra Beta here. So we just have to see if we get it. Shinra Beta Plus. No, we got K's and Knuckles. You know what? That's fine. It's an extra 30 attack stat. That is perfectly fine. So we're just going to go back to murdering this Tomberry now. Because, hey, we only need one of them alive. So I'm just going to quickly kill him off. And then all we need to do after that is we can use this Tomberry and we can trap him, okay? So we're going to bring the Tomberry all the way up here right now, when he eventually crawls all the way over here anyway. Because all we need to do now is stay in this fight and just wait for the DMW to keep spinning and giving us Item Mugger. Also, don't worry too much about your SP, because every time you get something landing on the DMW, you'll gain a bunch of SP. So chances are you are never going to run out while doing this method. The reason we're trying to lure Tomberry up here is so we can actually get him stuck, okay? We can get Tomberry stuck on the wall, which means we can turn this into a complete AFK method. Again, he will still land a few hits on you every now and again with Karma. That is perfectly normal and perfectly fine. Do not worry too much about that at all. Alright, so we've got him trapped sort of in the corner now. So now we're just going to run down and he should end up stuck on that wall. We're just going to stand right here down at the very end. And hopefully he will get stuck. Now this can take a little bit of wiggling to actually get him stuck on the wall, but is completely possible to do. Once you get him stuck on the wall though, you can literally just stand there without having to move. Also, that level up right there is exactly why I said to equip the Curse Ring. The reason for that being is when your EXP is over a specific threshold, the game is basically like, okay, no, you need to level up right now. However, you can only level up when you actually get 3 character emojis the same with 777 on the board. Which means by doing that, we are basically forcing the game to give us matching DMWs, allowing us more chances at getting Magic Pot. But again, now it's literally just a case of just stand here. Again, if you can't get Tomberry trapped, then just simply, wait until he moves all the way down and then try it once again. It's like once he gets down here, see, he's nearly trapped. Once he gets all the way down here, I will simply run all the way back up to the other side and try and trap him on the crystals once again. Likewise, though, you can also use these crystals right here. As long as you can get Tomberry sort of right here where I'm standing right now, and then you quickly run all the way around, then you can also try and trap him there as well. But again, the easy spot is right here. You just have to wait for him to get into the actual wall, which again, can take a little wiggle room, but it's not needed. You can literally just run up and down the field, check the game every, like, 2 to 3 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes given how slow Tomberry is, and simply use Item Mugger whenever you can. Now, one of the things I will say, okay, because this has been commented literally hundreds and hundreds of times across my other videos, okay? If you do not get Magic Pot, if you go an extended period of time without a Magic Pot on the DMW, it does not mean it is patched. It does not mean it is fixed, okay? It is RNG. That is random number generated. This means you could get 10 Magic Pots in 10 minutes. Likewise, you could go 10 hours without getting a single one. Okay? It is all down to luck of the draw. You'll either get it or you won't, unfortunately. There is no magic secret to increasing your chances or anything like that. If you are going to do this farm, it is going to take a little bit of time. And now that Magic Pot's there, we're going to try and track him on the wall again. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Let me see if I can attack him. There we go. Second Magic Pot. So we'll just push him against the wall with some attacks. Only level 2 that time. That is terrible. We aren't really going to get anything good from level 2, unfortunately. The ones you really want to aim for is level 3, because you can get a Shinra Beta Plus. Or Platinum Bangle, 50% extra HP. I suppose that's not too bad. We want to get either level 3 for Shinra Beta Plus, or level 4 for Elixirs and Phoenix Downs. And then lastly, look, right there, 2 in a row. 2 in a row. It's like, oh, okay, we didn't quite get that lucky. We got a dud. But that's what I mean. It is all down to RNG, you know. Sometimes you can get it right away, sometimes it will take a bit of time. But again, as you keep going through, it will eventually land a few times. But as I was saying, the final items you want from level 5 are going to be the gold rolling pins and a ribbon. Now, the ribbon doesn't really matter too much. The ribbon's not an amazing item by any means. The main one you want is the gold rolling pins, okay? The reason you want the gold rolling pins is they sell for a massive 50,000 gil each. And Tomberry has a chance, sorry, not Tomberry, Magic Pot has a chance of giving you 1, 3, or 5 of them for level 5 Item Mugger. This means that you can get between 50,000 and 250,000 gil per Item Mugger. A huge, huge amount of gil. But though, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope it's answered any questions you might have on Magic Pot farming, and I hope it's helped. If it has, then please be sure to smash that like button and drop a comment down below. Let me know if this has cleared up any questions that you might have had about this method. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content. As always, though, everybody, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.